place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race.
So as y'all can see, I had to bring y'all in. I have already sprayed my trays with my spray, my Rust-Oleum. I use the glossy satin spray that I got from Walmart. So I had already sprayed the trays, let them sit out. It really takes no time for these things to dry. Once it sat out to dry, I printed out my stickers. This is on glossy coated sticker paper. I printed my stickers. I applied them to my tray, real simple, easy. Once I did that, next thing I did, I took my glass ice trays that I use, put my sticker in the center. But before I did that, I had to wipe it off with some alcohol. I had to take and wipe it off with alcohol because, listen, that sticker do not stick unless you wipe it off with some alcohol, okay? So once I wiped it off with the alcohol, I put my sticker on with no problem. If you try to put it on without alcohol, it would not stick. So now that I've done that, the next thing is going to be for me to mix my resin. I normally have a couple of cups with the measuring sizes and stuff like that. That'll be the best bet for you to use, because you do want to make sure that you get these the exact same part. Part A and part B need to be exact same. So I normally have little cups that I fill it up to, like the 4 on each one of them. That gives me an accurate number. But for now, I'm going to be using a line in the inside of my cup. Okay? Bootleg is I don't know what, honey, but that's what I'm going to do today because I don't have my measured cups. Once I fill these two, I will pour my part A in one, my part B in another, and then I'll combine the two. Keep mixing it, stirring it, stirring it, stirring it. My thumb be getting tired, y'all. I don't know about y'all doing these resin trays, but my thumb does get tired from stirring up these trays. I also keep me some little popsicle sticks or whatever you want to call these. Everything that I'm using, I'll put in the link below. I am an affiliate of Amazon, so any link that you click does get your girl some coins. The price will still be the same price, but I do get a commission off of every order. So I will put the stuff that I'm using. I'll even put my numbered cup that I'm actually not using right here today, but when I first started, it was best if I used them. I ran out and didn't realize that I did not have any, and it's crunch time, honey. This is for Father's Day. So I'll include that in the description for you, okay? Next thing, so we're going to use these to store it. Then we'll combine the two. Keep mixing until it's not cloudy anymore. Try not to mix too hard to get bubbles. But it doesn't matter. If you have a heat gun and you get bubbles, you can always smooth it out. I've already put my stickers on the top of my jars. I've actually already did a couple of jars. I already put my sticker all the way around my jars. I've already sprayed my top. So normally when I go outside, I spray my tray. And whatever the tray color gonna be, I go ahead and spray my top. All I did was put my little circle sticker right on the top. And I'm going to take my hand and rub my resin around it, because you don't want to get too much resin where it goes around the bottom. And then it's hard for the top to close. I always make sure your top closes before you give it to your customer, okay? Sometimes you'll put your top to the side. Stop that. Sorry, that's my refrigerator going on with my alarm. But sometimes you'll sit your top to the side and just give it to the customer. Make sure you put it on there and it sticks. If any reason the resin comes on the inside of your top, you can just take a X-Acto knife and scrape all of that excess resin off, okay? What I'm about to do, I'm about to mix it up together, y'all. Once I get done mixing it up together, all I have to do is pour a little in here, pour a little in here, pour a little in here. I take my hand and actually rub it around this. I pour some in here, and I'm going to show y'all how I do it. But just want to give y'all a heads up. And then I will let it sit overnight. Overnight will kind of do it. Basically, honestly, I try to do it midday, beginning of the day. That way it sits the whole day and overnight. That way you know for a fact that it's getting dry, okay? But I guess I'm going to set this camera up. I'm not going to... These have been sent for a while. But I'm going to put the thing of these in the description, because, honey, mine look rough. I got the gallon. I don't have much left. But mine do look rough. Let me go ahead and start... Alright, y'all, so I'm not where I normally be when I'm doing this mixing or when I'm doing my videos. So this camera might be a little tricky of how it's set up. But I have pulled to a certain line of one of my resins. You know, you have part A, you have part B. This one have been sent out a little bit. And I know when I first started, I was asking the question of if it still works when it turns like yellowish, because normally they're both clear. One is thicker than the other one, but they're normally both clear. As you can see, this one, if you can see, I don't have my ring light set up in here, but I at least want to show you how it looks. And if it's yellow and browning like that, y'all, mine have been sitting out. I've had this for probably about a year, okay? So if it browns like that, that is perfectly fine. You can still use it. As you can see, my containers are dusty and messy looking, but they still work. They've been sitting for over a year, probably about a year and a half. Maybe not a year and a half. I ain't gonna say a year and a half. I'll be pushing if I say that. But I can say I have had these quite a long time. And I have did quite a few trays off of these 2 big bottles, y'all. It don't take much. Actually probably have a little bit too much. So I pulled them both to the same exact line. Because this is the thicker one, I tend to pull the thinner one over and mix into the thicker one. Yesterday I did it. I pulled the thicker one in, and honey, it was I want to say what it was. Y'all know what I want to say, but it was a mess trying to get that thick one out this cup, and I want every last drop of it, because if we've already put it to a certain line, we want these to be exactly match up the same, okay? And I'm sorry about this darkness, y'all. I hope y'all can see this, because I should have did this where I normally do my videos at, but unfortunately I got my basket stuff going on in there, and I did not want to get any of this stuff down. Now what I can say, I have my sheets down. These sheets right here I normally use when I'm doing strawberries. I want to say they silicone sheets, but I don't know the name for them, y'all, but I will put them down in the description below. It will say stuff that I used in this video. And as I mixed it together, you know, one of them was kind of yellowish and one of them was clear. I'm just mixing it while I see a consistent color to both of them. I don't see yellow here and clear here. Normally when you're doing this, both of these are going to be clear. So it's kind of hard, but you can tell because one of them is thicker than the other one. And by one of them being thicker than the other one, you can kind of tell if they're not blended together. But you kind of just want to keep mixing until you get it where it's not, where it's blended together. You want that thick and that thin to kind of mix together, okay? So you just keep stirring until you get that. Is no right or wrong way of doing it. And honey, that don't make no sense. My dang on thumb tied. My thumb tied already, and I ain't even been stirring for a couple seconds. But just basically keep mixing until you feel like they are consistently mixed in together. Keep scrubbing your sides, getting that thick one off the side, scrubbing your bottom. Get everything mixed in together. And once you do that, y'all, that's kind of really it. Once you do that, and I don't want to keep mixing. My dang on thumb tied, honey. Golly. I ain't even been stirring that long. But anyway, keep mixing until you get it consistent. And that's going to be consistent enough for me, honey. Normally, I probably would be mixing it a little bit more. But I can tell that it's mixed in together. You don't want to stir too hard. It does get bubbles, but honey, I stir however I please. It ain't rocket science, and I ain't got time to play with this stuff, honey. I got other stuff I got to do. So I'm going to leave it at that, okay? Next, I'm going to take my little ashtray, pour some in there. Just a little bit. That's all it takes. I just want enough to get around my pitcher and it to sit evenly at the bottom of this glass, okay? That's all I wanted to do. Sit evenly at the bottom of this glass. A little bit more just so I can get my evenness. And it'll just sit down on the bottom. I don't already coated my pitcher. Side it down. When it come down to me, y'all be knowing, even when I make them baskets, honey, I don't have time to play. I gets it done, okay? I gets it done. You see, I just pour it in there. And I'm going to move it on to the side. I ain't got time to keep rolling and sliding and all of that stuff. Sometimes we overdo stuff. It ain't that serious. It don't take that much. You pour what you going to pour. Pour as much as you want to pour. If you want to fill this thing up halfway, that's fine. It ain't rocket science, honey. Do what you got to do. But I just put enough down to coat my full bottom and my sides. And then I sit it down. Anything that's extra in the middle, it'll kind of dissolve down to the middle of everything. And it'll be good to go. Now, what I can tell you and give you the advice is, This resin, I'm doing 3 sets, okay? And as you can see, I'm just turning it around, make sure it hit everything. Now, keep your gloves on, and you can have on a facial mask because this stuff is, it's not good for you. I don't know the right word, what I'm trying to say, but it's not a good smell. It's not really loud, honestly, to me. And because I got my gloves on, I always keep your gloves on, because guess what? This stuff will itch the heck out of your hand, okay? It really would. But normally I just take and I keep going around till I get all the way around. Any of it slide out, I make sure I rub it with my bottom. And honestly, I normally have another area with some sheets where I can put my stuff down. Because as you can see, as I'm doing this, I am getting a couple drizzles down here on my paper. And I don't want to sit my tray on top of that drizzle, but it is okay. Bless you. If you had to sit your tray on top of that drizzle, that is fine. Okay? Now, I put enough where at the end of it, it's going to be covering my picture. It's going to cover the bottom. Because I want to coat it as much as I can. Because this what I'm putting on here now is what's going to give us our gloss. I'm going to just put a little bit more on here so it can sit down at the bottom. Most of there's you in my light, baby. Y'all know my little helper, Sedarius. He always somewhere buying these videos, honey. But this, like I said, I actually don't smell it right now. But it's not, from what I heard, a smell that you should be inhaling. Okay? So it's maybe low-key toxin, you know. So I'm just pouring some on my tray, making sure I get it all the way around the bottom, all the way around the sides. Don't miss nail spot. The reason you're using this resin for this because you want your tray, and I wish I would have been in there with the light, y'all. I'm sorry for this dark video. I'm sorry, y'all, but hey, I'll make another one another time. I just had to include y'all in this, even though I'm just trying to get this done for these people that have ordered this today. Today is actually, tomorrow is actually Father's Day. Friday, I put out a thing on Instagram, said I was going to stop taking orders. Today is Saturday, y'all. And I am up making these trays so they can get them tomorrow for Father's Day. Because you know me, I ain't going to turn down no money, honey. So when people start DMing me this morning on Saturday, said, can you make me a tray? I sure can. It takes nothing to it. As long as I let it sit and dry overnight, it'll be good to go. Make sure we coating all our sides, getting resin all throughout it. Because like I said, we want this tray to hold up. We don't want the paint chipping on down the line. We don't want none of that. So we're going to put as much resin as we can to coat this tray, okay? And then as you lay it down, sit it down, the bottom will just dissolve together and make it an even little flat situation going on there, okay? I'll put everything I use in the description. We got our sticks, we got our resin that we used. And as you can see, I did just sit this down on top of that paper, and it's no problem. It'll come back up because once that resin dry, it'll dry on the bottom, and that is all good, fine, and dandy, honey. It's not going to hurt nothing. And it don't take much to pour down on this stuff either. I just did 3 trays with the little amount that I did. And I still have some more left. Now, let me tell you what happened. I had this mold over here that yesterday when I did my trays, I was like, oh, I need to do something else because I don't like to waste my resin. So I got this little ashtray mold over here that I use. I was using ashtray molds at first, y'all, to make my ashtrays. And I'm finna show you the one that I did as soon as I get done. I'm gonna pick it up and show it to you. But then I just started ordering the glass trays because it's much easier to me. One thing about the molds when you're using the ashtrays, you have to before you can put that pitch in there, move Quan. Before you can put that pitch in there, you have to actually coat your tray. Well, actually, Quan, come here. I want you to grab this ashtray mold right here so I can show my YouTube tubers. Right here. Grab me both of those. Well, grab me the ashtray mold. Quan, it's right there behind the camera. I don't know why I'm expecting you to know what an ashtray mold is, but it's that little yellow piece right there. Okay. There we go. All right. So, what I was trying to say is, once your resin, we see this resin left over in this cup, and me, honey, I don't like to throw away nothing. So I always try to just have something, some kind of mold sitting around that I can use to take up my extra resin that I got. Because I don't like to throw nothing away. Why not? I have about 10, 20 ashtrays around here with this extra stuff, honey. So, I stopped using these trays because you have to coat your ashtray first. Okay? That's what I'm doing now. For those of you that want pictures in these ashtrays, and I'm going to show you how one look. I got one sitting right here. Okay? So you have to coat it first. Because once you get through coating it, you're going to take and put your picture on top of that piece that you just put in that center. Okay? Because you don't want to just lay your picture on that flat area that has no resin. So I always try to get me some ashtrays coated or whatever. And that way when it's time for me to need an ashtray, all I got to do is stick my picture on top of that resin that I already have poured down. And then call it a day, baby. That's all I have to do, okay? Next thing we're going to get with our top. I've already stuck my hand in the cup. And I just want to coat this so that my spray that I don't put on this thing, I just want to coat it so my spray don't start chipping, okay? I'm going around the sides with my finger. And then I'm going to come across the top. Just give me a smooth down and another smooth down so I don't have a lot going on top of my picture. But that's all I want to do. I just mainly want to make sure I get my sides so that, like I said, it gives it that shine for them dull colors that you're using. That resin will give it that shine. And it'll also make sure that your paint don't chip. Okay? Normally, let me tell you what I used to do. I used to take it like this and dab some on the top and just let it spread out. But let me tell you the problem when that happens. When I do it that way and I get done, y'all, when I get done, all that excess resin, it goes to the bottom of this top. Okay, it sits and it goes to the bottom of this top. And when it does that, it makes it hard for my top to close. But normally, I just don't even care. I'd rather do it that way, and then I just take with my X-Acto knife and chip off any extra paint that I have. Okay? But that was about it, y'all. Y'all see? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, honey. Y'all know basket is the more got me saying that. I got a little bit left in my top. I'll put some more in this cup. But that's about it, y'all. That's all that it took. Sorry that I didn't have the light like I wanted to have the light. But let me show you this. Let me take my glove out because I'm done. I'm going to move out from over here, let this stuff sit, and I'll come back and holler at this stuff in the morning. It should be good and dry. Oh, but I keep skipping over what I'm trying to tell y'all about my extra stuff. So I was scrapping around trying to find something to use my extra cup of resin that I had left over. If you let that resin sit for a little while, just say we coated all our trays, 5 minutes, come back. That cup is going to be fire hot, y'all. That resin will get real hot on y'all. So you do have to use it before it starts settling. Because right now we want it to start drying. And it'll dry in that cup and you try to use it on something and it'll be no good. So have your stuff ready and laid out. This is one of the, hey. This is one of the ashtrays that I made out of this one yesterday. And like I said again, sorry about that light. I should have brought my ring light in here, but ain't no way to plug it up, y'all. I had to do what I got to do. I had to show y'all this. I had to. But this is an ice tray that I made out of this one right here yesterday. I was a little desperate, honey. I throw some glitter in there. I just was like, let me just put anything in it. I already had did my top. And then I just came in with the bottom and put some glitter at the bottom. Normally, if you wanted a fully glitter, you would have did that when I just did it then. You would have mixed it in at that bottom. Because right now, it's going to be clear at the top like this one. But that's it, y'all. I just had to show y'all that. Hope everybody learned something off of here. And guess what? I'm going to put everything I used in these links for y'all, baby. Give me on top of that print of them trays that look like this. They silver. Let me show them what the trays look like. Can't show you what the jars look like. Well, I can. These jars, you're going to see these. They'll be in the description. These are the jars I use. And then I just spray paint the top. Okay? When I got done, stuck my stick on there. And y'all already done seen how they looked. Now, I can look at it right now and tell you. This another little ashtray mold I got sent over there, y'all. But listen, I can look at it right now and tell you, even though I tried to just wipe it with my hand, these tops for my jars, even though I tried to do it that way, I can look at it right now and see that my resin is kind of settling into the bottom of my top. But it is what it is. These are the trays I use. Look for these at Dollar Tree. Okay? You'll find these at Dollar Tree. You can order them online or order mine by the case. I'll put my ashtray glass supplier in there if I have it. Let me, honey, don't quote me on the ashtray supplier, but I'll send you the molds right now. And I'll put the resin in there. Other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Even though I had low lighting, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll come out with a better one. Because y'all know I do my thing with these videos, honey. I ain't got time for this darkness. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I got the video out to y'all. Hope y'all like the video. Please give this video a thumbs up. If y'all got any comments, suggestions, questions, go ahead and comment down below. I am on my free time, y'all. I'm done with my basket holidays. So I should be able to respond to a lot more comments from here on out. But other than that, I appreciate y'all again. Like this video. Comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about these resin trays. Oh, and FYI, I sell this tray, that jar, this right here, and I didn't show y'all my lighter, but it comes with a lighter as well. Those 4 pieces, I give them for $75. $75. Mind you, I paid $1.25 for the, I paid $1 for the tray because I bought them before the $1.25 came up, honey. I bought them by the cases. $1 for the tray, and these jars of resins, y'all, you paying cents on the dollar. I mean, really cents on the dollar. So basically, once I got done with my little printing paper, I'm gonna put the sheets of my paper I print on below as well. Once I got done with all that, it probably cost me about $3 to make this tray that I have paid charged $75. I have more than quadruple, triple, dupled my profit or my cost on this thing right here. So it is a great business to get into. If you have a little following, you can get people to buy it, or you can post it on Etsy or whatever you can. But no worries, I got some more videos that I had already did for y'all last year, honey. I never did post them. I told y'all I wasn't feeling myself in these videos before. But I'm going to go ahead and post them out for y'all because it is some knowledge I'm just holding back. But I'm going to go ahead and put them out there for y'all. But this can definitely be a money maker for you all. Alright, y'all. Let me get up out of here because you know I be don't talk the only thing about 2-3 hours. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be.